Tengo 4 rutas, como Carmalón en Utah. Tini, Oche y Versace, millonario los Illuminati.
Have you taken on the 2K TV challenge? In case you've missed out, it's a pretty brutal challenge on Hall of Fame against cover star Anthony Davis 1v1 on Blacktop mode.
And many of you have sent us your attempts on social media, so check back next week because your video might make it into the 2K TV challenge special.
Yes, and we've had so many players attempt this challenge, including community members, NBA players, and celebrities.
So next week, check back because you will see who, if anyone, can take home that W.
And if you want to submit your challenge, use the hashtag.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams. As we're just about ready to get this one started.
I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'm in the seven.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, these the new power rankings. They tell a great story. They're in a bit of a holding pattern, hoping to take that next leap.
And when you look at Milwaukee, they've sure made a statement here early on, outpacing some teams that were expected to be better, owning that top spot and defending it with pride.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
De'Aaron Fox talked about his mentality on the court. You put the ball in his hands, he says, I'm going to take over the game. It doesn't have to be scoring, just always attacking. Always. You got to be a dog. Don't back down from anyone. Kevin, I know you're a dog. Back to you.
A little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. Could be a transition free-for-all tonight, Brent. What's your feeling about going for the open three on the break rather than taking it in for a higher percentage shot in a layup?
Well, nowadays we know that the three-pointer actually means more for any given team.
Analytically, you're right.
Analytically,
yes.
But Kevin, what I'm interested in is on a given night like this where we're going to see a ton of threes, what's the decision-making of the guy with the ball? Sometimes it'll be the point guard. It might be a wing player, but how smart is he at finding the right shooter at the right time at the three-point line on these fast breaks?
Making those big decisions, you're right. Now, the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Warren is out there with Miles Turner. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Hart in at the two guard. And for Milwaukee, they've got P.J. Tucker. Rudy Gobert is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's Curry, and it's Rose in at the shooting guard. Here's Curry with the three, sinks the three-pointer.
A thing of beauty, Steph Curry shot from distance, pure.
Outside, Fox. The pass to Warren. Stolen by Tucker. To the paint. Curry can't get it to go. Here are the Pelicans with the ball. Aldridge trying to break free. And the shot by Warren, no good. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Rose. Curry's got 5 now.
And you love to see Rose operating as a playmaker first and foremost.
Hart the pass to Turner. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And he gets it back. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Fox. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Pass to Tucker from deep. That shot, no good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
It's an East versus West matchup tonight. First meeting of the year between these two.
Yeah, fun to see maybe strangers because you just aren't familiar with these faces here tonight. This will be a very exciting game to watch.
And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, PJ gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time.
Well, the Milwaukee Bucks are just so strong in and around the paint.
Well, so good last year. The team was third in points in the paint themselves and first in points in the paint allowed last year. That means they got in there and then they defended it well. Tough as nails defensively, causes a lot of problem for teams who rely on chippies around the basket to get themselves on the offensive flow.
And the Bucks miss again. The Pelicans trail. Fox looking it over. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the way in.
That's a nice floater. I mean, a la Mike Conley, if De'Aaron Fox can establish that float game, tough to stop.
Now here's Curry. A 38-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
You can't forget about all those well-timed swipes either. His timing on the defensive end was simply sublime.
Now here's Warren. After the miss from Stephen Curry, Warren kicks to Hart. Passes to Drummond. The kick out to Fox. Drummond trying to get himself free. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
That one goes. Count it.
The attacking, aggressive mindset. You get it right there from Aldridge. In that area, he's focused, and he scores.
Pass to Turner. Here's Hart. Aldridge is covering. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays. Hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
Brent, as the season goes on, and here we are about halfway through, are players' roles still evolving?
Not the starters at this point, Kevin. They're pretty much set.
They are what they are.
They are set in their ways, and they're set in the minutes that they're going to be playing. What the coaches are trying to find are unique combinations that might have to be on the floor because circumstances from the other team are dictating so. So which are my lineups that I can have out there that defensively I'm going to shut down great guard play? Which of the lineups do I have to have out there in order for us to have enhanced shooting ability for a stretch of minutes? Which ones are going to speed my team up to put pressure on the opposition? I think that's where it is that coaches are trying to do a little bit of tweaking.
Now, here's Warren. 9 points last game out. Here's Fox. And the Pelicans miss again.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
And finished off by Rose.
And that's the Derrick Rose of old. Full speed ahead and bursting to the rim.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting 33% here in the first quarter. There's the pass to Warren. The feed to Turner. And he converts the layup.
Well, recognizing the size mismatch and then turns it into an easy basket there. They've got to do a better job with defensive help.
Now here's Curry. 5 points in the game. Here's Aldridge. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Miles Turner.
It's going to be on Miles Turner.
Personal foul.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, LaMarcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
And he makes the first. And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge's, Greg, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point, when it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
Now, here's Fox. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. The 3 from Warren. The three-pointer is right on target.
TJ Warren trusts that shot. Trust me, fantastic at shooting with purpose off the pass. That's alliteration.
Rose passes to Gobert. Bucks passing it around. Right side Rose. And Rose throws it down.
And Rose, so dangerous coming off the pick. All he needs is a half step, and he can do the rest.
Fox passes to Warren. And there's the foul. It will go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Fox against Curry. Pass to Warren. Shot clock at 6. Turner finds Warren. They get it again. And Turner throws it down.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you. Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Curry against Fox. Bobbed up there for Drummond. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yes.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Now here's Curry. 7 points in the game. High arcing shot, and it's Fox with the rebound.
Now, I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
Right side Warren. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Warren. You'd better keep your hands up if you've been playing with these guys over the past month, because if you're open, they'll find you. Number 1, Steph Curry.
Really been in sync with his teammates over that period. I mean, his passing has been phenomenal.
Bucks trail by 3. He feeds it to Gobert. And that one, good.
And how about the court awareness there? Peripheral vision of Curry. Strong feel for when guys are uncovered. Finds the open man.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
Well, injury is such a reoccurring theme for the Pelicans in the past couple seasons. Funny to hear Alvin Gentry even joke about consulting a witch doctor down there in the Bayou. But new athletic trainer coming in, hired away from the Phoenix Suns. They have a tremendous and have had a tremendous reputation, hoping to improve their health of all these young players.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Crawford comes in for Rose. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Andre Drummond. Carter comes in for TJ Warren. Diallo, he's checked in for Josh Hart. And it's Rozier in for De'Aaron Fox. And the training staff from the Suns had an outstanding track record over the years.
The envy of a lot of teams in the NBA as they were able to extend the careers of players like Steve Nash and Grant Hill, 2 all-time greats. And they set a trend in some of the biometric tracking that they do and looking for early signs of impending problems. All about preventative medicine, Kevin, to have players be at their best.
and able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Now, here's Diallo. Banked in off the glass. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great. Scoring is coming in bunches. And both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Poked away. Now, here's Rozier. He had 13 points in the win against Detroit. Off target from the baseline.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
And it's good, 2 points. So Rozier will bring it up for the Pelicans. Here's Okafor, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Hezonja, he's checked in for the Bucks. Moutier comes in for P.J. Tucker. That one misses for Okafor. And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier, plays the game with Greg, I think, a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, the story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game.
And here is Okafor after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. Carter outside. Here's Melly. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
And Howard with the stuff.
I think that's Dwight Howard's favorite play. He loves going up for the oop. Outstanding chemistry between him and his teammate there.
Rozier against Curry. Melly. A rebound by Hezonja.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Moutier with the basket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Out left to the wing. Okafor against Howard. Okafor kicks to Rozier. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Carter for 3. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for Rozier. He's around 10 points per game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
And the jam by Stephen Curry.
Yeah, I feel like the ball really isn't even getting anywhere close to the rim. It's all cotton right now.
Curry against Rozier. And it's sent back by Howard. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And it's Rozier missing. Curry against Okafor. Curry passes to Howard. Kept alive. And then jammed down as he goes right over Jahlil Okafor.
Yeah, not easy trying to keep Howard off the offensive boards. He excels at using his muscles and his size to get great positioning.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And don't go away. We'll be right back. You may not remember Vince Carter traded on draft night for his college teammate Antoine Jamison, but he talked about that crazy exchange.
So as I'm sitting back there, it's like there's been a trade.
The 5th and 6th picks in the draft, both of them went on to great careers.
And draft day trades happen all the time, but being traded for your college teammate, a pick apart, that's pretty unique.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. They've got Hart. Also, Terry Rozier out there. Okafor out there with Carter. And it's Melly in at the four-man position. And so Jamal Crawford nails both of them.
First in the East and overall best record with those 60 wins last year. Just a great season and a great playoff run by the Bucks. Unfortunately, fell victim to a backdoor sweep in the conference final.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. You know, Brent, the Bucks had never lost 3 games in a row all of last season until that Toronto series.
Think about how much that might impact what it is they rely on coming into this year, where they're not going to let that loss last year in the playoffs define them. It's a big learning curve. They had an opportunity. They were that close. They can hold on to that motivation all year long and get back to that opportunity this year in the playoffs. They'd be better for it.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Now here's Okafor, and that one drops. Okafor's got his second bucket of the night.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Moutier kicks to Howard. He dishes it to Curry. They get the rebound. Howard's shot is good. Howard's got the lead up to 11 now for the Bucks.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Okafor, the pass to Rozier. And the rejection by Curry.
Curry, great timing on the block, catching his man off guard with a big-time rejection.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
So for the Pelicans, Bol, he's checked in for Okafor, and it's Johnson in for Vince Carter. That's good from Hazanya.
And last season, really not a fun one for Dwight Howard as he missed a lot of time. A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, that's where he is just a force. Such a great internal clock in terms of his timing to go up and block those shots, Kevin.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here's Rozier after the basket by Milwaukee. Passes it to Hart, looking to end the run. Connects from three-point range. Hart's got 5. And with Howard, his presence was missed in the lineup last year due to injuries.
And Howard isn't what he once was, but he can still make a difference on the floor. That size and rebounding really hard to replace on a team by just one player.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
I like their aggressiveness in that one. No one's going to give you anything. You've got to go out and take it.
And going back and watching that game, there was not one spot on the floor that they did not own.
And some changes here for the Bucks. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Mario Hezonja, and it's Rose in for Curry. Drummond's checked in for the Pelicans. De'Aaron Fox comes in for Terry Rozier. Now here's Moutier. Outside Rose. From past the arc. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Fox. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, he's always been about speed, even back to his college days at Kentucky, and he's learned how to harness some of that on the offensive end of the floor. De'Aaron Fox picking his spots and looking for areas where he can get to be a little bit more effective.
Free throw good, Fox. And Brent, you talk about Fox in the draft, was viewed as a defensive player.
Well, pretty interesting considering what we've watched over the course of the last year and a half. De'Aaron Fox just out in the fast break and in transition. You wonder if the way the game has changed, Kevin, in the past 3 years, it's allowing a player with the skill set of De'Aaron Fox to really flourish in playing open floor style.
Perhaps the biggest breakout star last year from the 2017 draft class, De'Aaron Fox. Greg, he was sensational.
Kevin, the difference between a year 1 and a year 2 player was never displayed better than the improvement that Fox showed. His shot, vision, and decision-making all started to catch up to that incredible athleticism.
Here is Rose. He's coming off a 25-point game against Orlando.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
And here is Fox, following the three-pointer by Derrick Rose. Stolen by Rose. Pass to Aldridge. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists tonight.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
Now, here's Fox. Here's Johnson. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
First personal.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And the Bucks with some changes. Gobert comes in for Dwight Howard. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Jamal Crawford. That one misses for Johnson. Each team has a catalyst, Brent. Some guys are ball dominant. They play within the flow of the offense. Is there one approach better than the other?
Obviously, great coaches, Kevin, are going to find what it is that their best player does well. And as many times as I could get my best player into that situation, that's what I'm going to do. So if it's Harden in isolation, James Harden's going to be in isolation. If it's Steph Curry setting off-ball screens and relocating for threes, well, I'm going to do that too. So it all comes down to a fit with the player, his skill set, and how the coach wants to use that best.
Here's Fox following the basket by Emmanuel Moutier. Drummond in the post. Gobert on him. And oh, that was close. He draws the foul. He'll shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Turner's checked in for New Orleans. And both free throws good for Drummond.
And offensively, how do the Pelicans go from good to elite?
Well, raise your hand if you want more shooting. And I can see David Griffin raising his hand. That's what it's about for these guys. Tough to win in this league if you don't have the floor spacing. They're going to play at a great pace, but, man, could they use a few shooters.
And here are the Pelicans now, following the bucket by the Bucks. And here is Warren. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Now here's Turner. 14 points from him the last game against Detroit.
Yeah, but he was also a force on the defensive side. 2 block shots and also altered a ton of shots.
Here's Warren. Aldridge with some nice D.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Rose, no good. Pelicans trailed by 19. Right side Warren. And it's Warren with the jam.
Nice move towards the basket there. You gave T.J. Warren a little too much room, and he's going to want to score.
Aldridge finds Gobert. Now the pass to Moutier. Now Aldridge, guarded by Fox. Fades back. Aldridge can't get it to go.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Stolen by Tucker. And here we go. Fast break. Moutier's got it. Rebounded by Hart. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Fox, no good. Milwaukee leading by 17. Outside Rose. Pass to Gobert. Goes up the baseline, and it's off the back rim. No good. And so Fox will bring it up for the Pelicans. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Here's Warren. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. And it's 7 points for T.J. Warren.
T.J. Warren is a born scorer. That's his role, and he's aggressive with it.
Here's Aldridge. Gobert trying to get open. Aldridge's shot is good.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Here's Hart. He's covered by Rose. Warren on the wing. He has 7. The dish to Drummond. Passes to Hart. Just 5 to shoot. Over Rose. And that one goes long. Bucks leading by 17. Inside. Moutier, no good. The Pelicans shooting around 40% from the floor here. Warren kicks to Fox. Here's Hart. He has 5. Warren the pass to Fox. A floater. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Here's Fox, following the basket by Emmanuel Moutier. Fox with it. 9-point game his last outing. A floater. He can't get it to go. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
Stephen Curry is checked in for the Bucks. And New Orleans also making a change. Terry Rozier's checked in for Josh Hart. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league has gone.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
Pelicans trailed by 19. Rozier the pass to Drummond. And no good that time.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Here's Curry with the three. No good on that one. Now New Orleans will take it the other way.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first two shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Now here's Rozier. 5 points in the game. Drummond in the post. He's covered by Rose. And that one's good. Drummond. Drummond's got 4 this quarter.
A tall and powerful big. Drummond has a natural ability to finish inside.
That one goes in. That's 10 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
He didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Friday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Sunday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
And the matchup with the Timberwolves, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Here's Rozier. No good on that one. Rose with some nice D. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Curry kicks to Rose. Gobert dishes to Rose. Back to Gobert. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 4th assist in this one. Now Warren to the left side wing. Here's Fox. Drops one in from the wing. Fox has got 5 points so far.
Yeah, that's a smart pass as T.J. Warren does a solid job finding the open man.
And so it's Milwaukee taking a 19-point lead into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about the first half. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He had 12 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 block. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast break baskets in volume. It's a runaway lead right now. In fact, this looks...
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it at it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Now here's Curry. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Aldridge out there with Gobert. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. 4 on the shot clock. Rose, good. Rose.
And Rose continuing to hone that jump shot. That's where he can take his game to the next level.
Fox, the bounce pass. Warren, the pass to Fox. Latrey. The rebound by the Bucks.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
They get it back. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Miles' turn. The Bucks have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. The first one falls. Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower, probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
He's off on the second.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Outside Warren. Back to Hart. Another shot. It's rebounded by Curry.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Rose. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception. And historically, you almost never saw a great shot blocker who could also knock down triples at a high clip. But count Miles Turner among the unicorns who provide that rare combination.
Curry kicks it to Tucker. The fadeaway, and the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Drummond's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. New Orleans moving the ball around, and Hart has it in the corner. And he uses the glass on the layup. Hart's got 7. And the stretch center in demand for Miles Turner. Greg, how does he take that next step as a player?
Getting stronger, and continuing to improve his recognition and communication at both ends of the floor.
Here's Drummond, and that one's clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge. The Pelicans have had some good chances at the line, but only gone 6 of 12 from the stripe.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor, something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Free throw good, Drummond.
Well, this season, the Pelicans finally getting themselves their own G League affiliate, the Erie Bayhawks in Pennsylvania. And in 2022, they'll move closer with renovations to the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. And when that's completed, it's really going to help out the young core and the draft picks that have been collected by David Griffin to do some player development. It's going to keep this team competitive for a very long time.
And here's Tucker. He has 5. Curry on the wing. Guarded by Fox. Tucker. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Tucker's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And Brett, kind of a musical chairs situation for the Bayhawks, the original franchise, this season moving to College Park, Georgia to become the Skyhawks.
That's right. That team was affiliated with the Atlanta Hawks, and now the Pelicans take over for the next 3 years in Erie with the new Bayhawks franchise before that move to Alabama in 2022.
Curry passes to Aldridge. Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. And Gobert kicks it to Tucker. Jacks up a 3. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 15 rebounds here tonight.
Not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Outside Warren. Shoots over Tucker. Warren, good. Warren's got 9.
Well, Warren going at it right now on offense, just smelling points out and does not get rattled by some tight defense.
Here's Curry, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And And the Bucks lead by 19. Fox against Curry. Fox passes to Turner. And a miss there on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Curry finds Rose. The three. It's Drummond with the rebound. Pelicans trailed by 19. Here's Hart. 7 points in the game. Drummond passes to Turner. It's stolen by Curry. Oh, and here comes Curry all alone. And the jam by Steph Curry.
Steph started that all with his defense. Fantastic at getting into the passing lane and coming up with a steal.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. One thing about Curry you have to admire, Greg. He never wants the spotlight to himself, even as a leader of his team. He always wants his teammates to shine as well.
You think back to when Clay was trying to break Curry's three-point record last season. Curry was not only cheering for him, but actively setting him up to make it happen. That camaraderie Curry shows is why his teammates love him.
To a rundown of the best point guards from the free throw line over the course of the last month. Here is your 2K leaderboard. Steph Curry 4th.
They are as reliable at the free throw line as you're going to find in this league, and that's something we've come to expect from the point guard position.
You look back at the NBA's free throw percentage leaders over the years, and so many of them have played the point guard position, mostly because they do a great job of penetrating, getting into the lane, and consistently draw fouls. So the more you take, the more you make.
Count that one. Curry's got 18 points in the game.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Hart kicks to Fox. Carter outside, beyond the arc. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 5th assist in this one. Right side Rose. And Okafor with the block. They recover it.
Looking here at some numbers for LaMarcus Aldridge. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. Putting up about 22 points per 11 rebounds and 2 assists. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
He's off on the first. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot about...
Which is everything shooting. Free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit, like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like, what? Like, now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And really, after that strong first half, he has been in quite the tailspin.
Bobbed up there for Howard, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Well, we know he's a great scorer and a bit of a microwave, but Jamal Crawford can be a great passer. That was an unselfish play there.
Carter finds Fox. Pulls it up. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Fox has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And it's Howard finishing it off.
Howard puts these dunks away so easily, especially when he's that deep in the paint.
Carter, the pass to Fox. Goes up to the stripe. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose.
And checking out some numbers for Gobert. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. 6th in rebounding, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. With the teardrop, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Dwight Howard.
At the line for the Pelicans, Terry Rozier. At the line for 2.
First one falls for him. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And so Crawford will bring it up for Milwaukee. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Pass to Rozier. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Rozier's got 8.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Curry finds Crawford. Back to Curry. Can't connect from 14 feet out.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
The pass to Rozier. Here's Melly, guarded by Curry. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Bucks ball! And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Turner.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Crawford kicks to Curry. Pass to Howard.
And only about 60% from the line for the game. They shot it better in that first half, but have fallen apart here in the second half.
The Bucks have made a little more than half their free throws today, 7 of 12.
2 shots.
And the free throw good from Howard.
And Howard knows exactly what he's out there to do. Defend, rebound the ball, and be aggressive in the paint.
And both free throws good for Howard. Pelicans trail by 21. Fox with it. 9 points in the game so far. Shot from 12. That shot is off. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
But when you're on defense, hands up and antennas up with Crawford, constantly looking to get himself to the free throw line.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And that one falls for Jamal Crawford.
Crawford continues to get the job done out there. One of the best sixth men to ever play this game.
Stanley Johnson, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Both free throws good from Crawford. Now Rozier. He's got 8. Outside, Fox. Passes it to Johnson. Now, here's Rozier. He kicks to Okafor. 5 on the clock, and it's sent back by Howard. And it's Okafor missing. Milwaukee leading by 23. Crawford looking over the floor. With some arc. Great D that time from Johnson. New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Over in the corner, Rozier. Floats one up. Gobert with the block. And so it looks like the Pelicans will retain possession here. And the Pelicans making a change here. Bowles checked in.
Ball.
Here's Rozier. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. The good-looking shot from the wing. Rozier's got 5 points in the quarter. Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half.
2 minutes.
To the inside. Crawford. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
2 shots.
Free throw good. Crawford. Some changes for New Orleans. Turner comes in for Okafor. And it's T.J. Warren in for Johnson. Both free throws good from Crawford. 1:57 left in the third quarter. Rose against Fox. The kick out to Rozier. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. 5 to shoot. Warren the pass to Turner. That's a 2 from Rozier. Misses off the right iron.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Good on the shot.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Howard with the steal. Crawford against Rozier. Crawford passes to Gobert. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game. A free throw drops for Gobert.
And, you know, you see it every day, but it still doesn't make it any less impressive. The amount of skill that Steph Curry has on the floor, the shooting, the passing, the agility, he has it all.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Mario Hezonja's checked in for Rose, and it's Moutier in for Steph Curry. You could argue Curry is one of the most skilled players of all time.
The shooting alone puts him in the conversation, and very few can match up to just that. Guys like LeBron and Wilt dominate with their size and athleticism, but Curry is an all-time great because of his once-in-a-lifetime skill.
Here's Warren. Gobert with the block. 40 seconds left to play in the third. Moutier with the basket.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Rozier kicks the ball. Warren on the wing. Hezonja defending. To end the run, and it's blocked. Moutier against Rozier. Moutier, no good. Howard with the steal. Moutier finds Crawford. Stolen by Warren. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Milwaukee on top, opening up a huge gap. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the fourth quarter going. Bull is out there with Miles Turner. Then it's Johnson. Then there's Mason. And it's Diallo in at the 2. Johnson can't get it to go.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Checking in.
Marcus Aldridge has checked in for Milwaukee. Then McLemore comes in for Jamal Crawford.
McLemore.
And here's McLemore. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Wilt Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Wilt Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap with those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. Here's Diallo. No good with the triple. Buck shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Lasagna's shot is off.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Mario Hezonja. That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Pelicans, Stanley Johnson. At the line for 2.
And he can't get the first one. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage for them.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for your Bucks, LaMarcus Aldridge. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Interesting to see how LaMarcus Aldridge has embraced more and more of a leadership role with this team. He knows he has what it takes to guide this team to higher heights.
Both free throws good from Aldridge. If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yeah,
so sign me up
with
for that job.
courtside seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be two pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted. And I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about the optics of the game.
Yes.
And right now, it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch, there's no doubt.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
Mason kicks to Johnson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his second personal.
Johnson does a good job right there of just making the defense be in the wrong spot. That's a foul.
For 2.
First one falls for him. That one is no good. Brent, when we talk about home court advantage, do you feel it's the same as it used to be? It has that same impact?
I do think it's still hugely important, Kevin. It's less important when there's a team that has been together for a long time and has proven that they can take their wares on the road and come home with a victory. But it absolutely gives you a level of comfort as a player to get into your routine, to be at a place that seems familiar, something deep down psychologically helps every member of that team being at home.
And he knocks down the first one. And he makes both free throws. And it's Mason with the ball for the Pelicans. At the elbow, Bowl. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his third personal foul.
And really, few guys in the league are more unique than Bobo. Has length for days, but needs to add a tremendous amount of strength to guard his natural position.
And he makes the first. And talking about Bol, his dad, Manute Bol, was known for his defense. That is not the case for his son.
Well, they're two completely different types of players. Bobo's game is about skill. He can handle, he can shoot. And for someone who's 7'2", he's a tremendous playmaker.
Moutier dishes to Aldridge. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Aldridge.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Diallo. Rebound, Milwaukee. Aldridge has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Now here's McLemore outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall. McLemore's got his first 3 points of the game.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Back to Johnson. Kicks it to Mason. Just 4 to shoot. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
He's become a defensive anchor here for this team over the past couple seasons. Great timing on the block there.
And bird right's an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if the player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
And so he hits both. New Orleans has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Mason. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. Aldridge has got 8 rebounds in this game. McLemore, the pass to Moutier. Pass to Aldridge. And here is Hernan Gomez. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Hernan Gomez has got himself on the board with 3 there.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And there's the pass to Johnson. Shot to stop the run. Rebound, Milwaukee. Azania's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Johnson can't get it to go.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Lets a floater go. Aldridge, no one around him. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches?
No, it can't be.
Well, I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game, somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. I mean, quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time. Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that very much.
First free throw is good. And Mason drops them both. Milwaukee has gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3 to the middle. That's good from Moutier on the assist from McLemore. And that's 18 points for Emmanuel Moutier. Pass to Bull. Nice D from Aldridge. The Bucks have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. And finished off by McLemore.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Bull, and the dunk by Bull.
Yes, that's just too easy for Bull. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Here is Mason. Pass to Melly. Diallo with it, defended by Moutier. Diallo with it. And he goes big with a dunk right over Moutier.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Hazonia on the wing. Back to Moutier. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
New Orleans has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Diallo. He kicks the ball. Mason looking around. Over Aldridge. The rebound by Hazonia. Hazonia's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Hernan Gomez passes to Moutier. Basket good. Moutier's got 20.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
The pass to Bull. It's stolen by Moutier. Jumps up, and Moutier throws it down.
When the fast break opportunity presents itself to Moutier, he really explodes down the court, getting an easy look at the basket there, thanks to his hustle.
Pass to Johnson. Kicks it to Bull. Passes it to Mason. Clock at 6. Shoots a 3. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Knocked away. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Here's Bull. A rebound by Hazonia. And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for the Bucks.
Just 2.
Feeds it to Aldridge. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Now Mason. Pass to Johnson. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Milwaukee has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Down low. It's deflected.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Ben McLemore.
At the line for the Pelicans, Hamidou Diallo. At the line for 2.
The first free throw is good, so both teams making some changes here. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Now the team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Bucks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Emmanuel Moutier.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
And the Bucks making a change here. Blakeney's checked in. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Mason. That's his first.
And the first one at the line is good.
5th team foul. At the line for your Bucks.
Both good from the line that time. So it's the Pelicans now. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Carter outside. Johnson outside. Shot clock at 5. The rebound by the Bucks. And now here's Hazonia. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great...
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. So
Gon' slide in this quiet, ain't nobody hip.
Oh God, what they gonna do? Hey, what they gonna do? Straight up.
Every cross me, dog, on God, I'ma catch him, I don't care if it's in 10 years.
21.
Lost my brothers to the street, we gon' slide. Go home, then shed tears. When it's time to ride,
Slide.
catch me in the 6 with a took the stand here, Mickey. Get to tellin' when it can't believe you tryna diss me.
What?
Show you how fast I'ma get him.
Oh,
Then I found his body by 3 Mississippi.
Oh God.
Rich and Mel on me. Cost half a ticket, dog.
Half a ticket.
Need to open up a cause I got all the dog.
Oh God.
Why you in the car if you ain't gon' you another witness, dog?
Look.
Them big cheap veneers, y'all need to see another dentist, dog.
Straight up.
We set like way back, dog. This go way back.
Way back.
Disrespect, we don't play that. You can get in your wave cap.
Whole lot of.
You was in the house playing Tendo. I was on the block where the J's at.